Hello, my name is Soror Luxxen, and this is lesson number 104, a sacred sound or simple sound. This is going to be one of those great occult mastery sessions that we often don't discuss in public because it's one of those things that's so amazingly powerful, yet so seemingly simple, that it's very much to speak of it to people who aren't in the know is to cast pearls before swine, as the saying says. Not anything against pigs, adore pigs, but because it's sometimes we're conditioned to see simple things as unworthy or not powerful, when in fact the opposite is often true. So, magic is the word, and the word is power. The word is good. In the beginning was the word. Sound is key to ascendant occult practices. All of the ancient mystery schools use sound to heal, to condition, to hone mental awareness, to be able to pull upon different mental states very quickly, to move between planes, to enter different mental realms, to structurally build schema. Even if you say you have a memory palace, anything along those lines, sound can be a wonderful key to do all manner of things. Because, again, in the beginning was the word, and it was good. Spoken language, those ancient mystery texts always in code, by the way. Spoken language gives us the ability to psychically transfer invisible thought and idea. So ideas, thoughts, from one mind to another. That's something that sound gives us. It gives us psychic powers. If you stop to think about it, that's actually incredible. Tonal harmonies can shake apart cancer cells. Science is beginning to relearn what occult traditions have always known and taught, to heal bones. Cats purr to heal their own bones, release all manner of chemicals on demand from the human brain, allowing for all manner of different physiological effects, let alone psychological effects. So some tones disperse negative energies. Other tones can call things forward or into our presence, perhaps in ritual. Focus and sound can bring down actual walls. Just can. You can train yourself to use a voice to vibrate actual walls in a hallway into destroying themselves. You can see this on YouTube. There are people that have practiced it, looked into the science and the math, and recreated these scenarios. So sometimes, if employed correctly, sound can break down even stronger non-physical walls. Sound is so powerful. Most trained occultists, one of the first things they notice when they begin practicing magic, no matter their background, is how highly attuned they become to even the most seemingly passive or passive-aggressive noises, like lyrics played over a radio, or perhaps on a background screen if there's a television, maybe in a restaurant. We become very aware of the words we speak also, and just how much influence they have, for better or worse, on everything and everyone around us that comes into contact with the noises we make. Words, tones, sounds, powerful tools. And when trained properly with dedication and genuine openness, they also allow for incredible skill sets that we can possess. In Kabbalah, in Hermetic traditions, certain words, chants, prayers, intonations, incantations, perhaps you're a spell user, incredibly powerful. Some so powerful as to never be intoned, that we don't speak them, the unspeakable words of power. Words to contain, words to release, words to move through worlds, to see the unseeable, to dawn the incorporeal. My order, with its roots in Egypt, many ancient mystery schools have their roots in ancient Egyptian tradition. We recognize Hermes, as the ancient Egyptians did, to be the foundation of the arts, including music, and of bringing forward divine music back to mankind, which then was very much accepted as so amazing. It could only be, inspired by god forms. So it was Hermes who was credited with the creation of the first lyre or harp. Same kind of instrument, a little bit different, but if you think of a harp, a small harp, same idea. So an important musical instrument later, also very much in Greek mathematics of scale, known to Pythagoras. Then you get into the Pythagoras secret mystery schools, ancient mystery schools of Pythagorean theorem. And so, he decoded again pitch variance and the implementable differences between harmonic consonance and dissonance, leading to knowledge of harmonic ratios that are interpretable in the law and proportion of octaves. A lot of that magical five, that pentagram there, and the symbols of the ancient Pythagorean schools of thought. So there is divine math in music, a divine math in all frequencies, and the all is made of frequency. From this other, you have awarenesses such as the music of the spheres, alpha through omega, the correspondences of the 7 planets. Perhaps you enjoy planetary magic and its benefits. To those correspondences again to the 7 Egyptian primary tones, sounds, the only tones that were ever used in Egyptian temple or even allowed within the creation of a certain hymns, again corresponding to the 7 centers of the human form. Across traditions, right, you can see these same awarenesses just across the span of human understanding when it comes to the occult and magic and sound's power. So the vibrations of which, when raised or lowered, can lift or lower things, mindsets, emotional states, heal or decay, build or destroy. The occultist knows, whatever their background, that sacred melody is central to our existence, although we may not always be able to perceive it in our material forms. Sound is one of the seraphim by which the universe was brought into being. if you come from a Kabbalic background. So yes, sound, very important to the Magus, important for the relaxed balance that results in great power. Everything moves, all is vibration. Sound is an energetic vibration, a very pure form of energy that our physical raiment happens to be able to interpret and codify, and is very much influenced by, because we swim in a sea of it. But even more, our non-physical selves very much are influenced by it as well. So yes, important, powerful, but short of going through or learning, I mean, all the many varied, not to say that anyone shouldn't, I'm in no way suggesting that, of course. This is more of like a jumping board type of guidepost or lesson, whatever you may call it. But without going into the deep practices that one can dedicate lifetimes to involving sound, how can we employ it in our daily lives in everyday, seemingly simple ways, perhaps hidden ways, to bring about our own evolution, enter into our own Perhaps traditional occult ritual is clear, empowered, and prepared for humble awareness. It can be very easy to put ourselves into states when we're in private where we become possibly a better or best version of ourselves. But it can be difficult to then bring those states out to the world while we interact with everything around us. So sound can help here. In the Sefer Yetzirah, you have the book of formation. Chapter 1 of the book of formation, Yah, the Lord of hosts, the living Elohim, right? King of the universe, omnipotent, merciful, and gracious God, supreme and extolled, dweller in the height, whose habitation is eternity, who is sublime and most holy, engraved his name and ordained, formed, created the universe in 32 mysterious paths, stages of wisdom, science, by 3 seraphim, again, those seraphim, right? Creators of the universe, namely, numbers, letters, and sounds, which are in him one and the same. So yes, sound, very important to the Mayas, important for almost everything we do. And this is, now I'm getting to the part when I said I'm going to say something so simple that there would be no point saying it in most people, because if you know, right? But if you don't, someone else is not going to be able to make you aware of the power and possibility in what I'm about to suggest. So the lesson for today, having to do with sound, how we can perhaps employ it to simple, easy, accessible use in our daily lives, outside of all the other wonderful practices we're hopefully doing, or maybe we're just getting started. And this is how we wish to start. You ready? Hum. That's it. That's all of it. That's the lesson. It doesn't even need to be a tune or a lyrical song or cadence that you're humming, just a tone. Come to know tones deep inside of the vessel you are incorporated in. That's something the Hermetic tradition, the Western Hermetic tradition, really does spend a lot of time allowing its acolytes access to. But anyone can do this, right? Begin there, and your foundation will be strong, whatever tradition or background you choose to come from or pursue later. Hum when you're afraid, when anxious, when clearing space, when acknowledging the dawn. Perhaps you do a yoga morning acknowledgements and bows, when giving thanks for respite before rest, before you sleep, or do your sleep meditations in the evening. Allow a tone to resonate within you. Just one tone to start and come to know it deep within yourself. And it doesn't have to be any specific tone, just hum. Find your frequency. Let it be your secret, your trigger, which could be used later in different methods once you've learned it. Your self-conditioned master key to active engagement with the whole of your physicality and its vibratory status as part of the all. When you hum, you intone your conscious and unconscious focus of being. Have direct access to the vibration you set and sense as it moves through you, moves through the air atoms in your ears, through your cells, and also the interaction wave of your field with the vibrational energy fields that you are always swimming through of everything that is surrounding you. Maybe you don't have the time for a full banishing or even a full formal pentagram cast in a moment. Or maybe you're in a public space where you can't do that. Maybe you can't vibrate a God name out loud in your office at lunch or as you're driving down the road without distracting yourself. Maybe it's too much to call into your presence when you feel discouraged or irritable. So it's a difficult habit or pattern to set doing a ritual, calling on a God name, doing these slightly more advanced or prolonged tools and skills that occultists learn from different traditions. Maybe you can't drop headlong into a full meditation session or put yourself into a sound bath of crystal or 432 hertz whenever you want with sound canceling headphones. But you can, in any of these scenarios, learn to hum. Anyone can call on a hum. Just a simple tone, your own tone. A single note. Even the quietest of internalized vibrations, this you can do to enter into your temple, into instant peace, instantaneous calm focus. With repetition, with practice, you can bring yourself back to yourself with an awareness of your responsibility as a creator and of the power involved in your ability to manifest. Like any other honable tool, the hum is very important. Unnervingly easy, and yet the gateway to so much more in occultism. Find your hum. Use your hum. No one else needs to hear you doing it or know that you're doing it. Center yourself with a good hum. Learn and create a pattern for yourself to turn to it when you're in a bad moment. Learning to do that will allow you to learn many other advanced tools and skill sets in occultism that you might not otherwise think, know, or have the habit or pattern of drawing on, right? You can transport yourself with a simple vibrational frequency. So, today's lesson, hum. Until next time.